Hi guys, how are you? And this is our third part of learning LLM series. Basically, we start the LLM series from A to Z, where we are going to build projects, the real world projects. In our last video, we are set our open AI key, and then we set in this file.env this open API key. Let me show you here. As you see, the open API key is set here and I am going to use here. So this is the first part what I am doing here. Let's first understand this. If you are new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's start. Importing OpenAI from Langchain. Basically, in this line, the open from LLMS import OpenAI. Basically, what I am doing, loads the OpenAI class. The OpenAI is nothing but the OpenAI is a class to interact with OpenAI's language model. Using this OpenAI class, we are going to interact with OpenAI language model. So in this line, we are going to interact with OpenAI language model using the OpenAI class. And in the next line, I am importing OS. OS is nothing. OS is basically a module, and allow this OS will allow access to environment variable and system related function. Whenever uh, whenever we need something from the system, environment variables or system related functions, that time we import this OSM module. In this case, we are importing this module because we want to use the OpenAI key from our environment variable. On the next line, I'm going to use from .env import load underscore .env. This is nothing, loads the load underscore .env function. This is the function. We are basically import this function from this .env to read environment variable. This load underscore .env function will help us to read environment variable from our system, because we need this function to read environment variable from for our open API key, which we set here. On the next line, I am going to load underscore .env. This load underscore .env reads key value pairs from a .env file. As you see, this load underscore .env reads key value pairs from this .env file and sets them as environment variable. Read from this the key value pairs and sets this load underscore .env function will set them as environment variables, and then OS dot get info open underscore API key. Basically, this OS dot get env getting the environment retrieves the value of open API key. This OS dot get retrieve this value from the environment, returning none if not found. If open underscore API key founds, then this will give us this. If not, then this os.getIn will give us none. So what after that, I am storing this open API key in this variable open underscore API key. After that, initializing the open AI model instance. Basically, this is the class as we told, as we read understand first. We are importing from this is the class, and we are basically initializing the OpenAI model instance using this class. Using this class, we are going to create an OpenAI model instance with the given API key. With the given API key, as you see, we are going to create an OpenAI model instance with given API key and sets response randomness temperature using zero point 0.6. This is nothing, this is the temperature of our model. I hope this will make sense for you. Let's execute each step, and then by using this OpenAI model we will give some prompt to this model. I hope this will make sense for you. So in the next line I am going to give some text to the LLM model using predict function. In this text, this is the input text. This is basically the input text. Let me input text, and this is input text. So basically I am giving the input text, what is the capital of Pakistan, that we want the LLM to process. The LLM, OpenAI LLM, we want to process this input text. And as you see, the LLM dot predict, I am passing input underscore text. This calls the OpenAI, the LLM predict calls the OpenAI language model to generate a response for the given prompt. Basically this is nothing, this is basically an prompt. This is nothing prompt, and we are going this prompt as an input text to the model LLM dot predict. This LLM dot predict calls the OpenAI language model to generate a response for the given prompt, and it uses the API key provided earlier, as you see open here, to communicate with OpenAI servers. I hope this will make sense, and the end this will print the result of this. Let's execute this. Wait.